Hi, Amanda, how are you?
I'm fine, Claudia. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Okay, let's start. How long did you live in the USA?
I lived there for 3 years.
For 3 years. Which state?
I live in Georgia. It's in the south of the United States, very close to Florida.
Okay. And what was your first impression when you arrived to the USA?
Well, I have so many first impressions. First of all, in the south it's very hot in the summer. There is a lot of rainforest. So when you get there for the first time in the summer, you think you're in the jungle. That was the first impression of the weather. Then all the traffic is very organized. People are, when they provide services, like I don't know, in a restaurant, for example, or other type of services, they're very kind, very nice. Probably because they are used to give a good customer service. Yeah, these are some of the first impressions.
Okay. And you were there, right?
I worked.
Okay, you worked there. And what was your job there?
In the first year, I taught Spanish at the university. And later, I worked in a social services agency helping Hispanic people that were undocumented and didn't speak English, so I helped them with any issues they had in the community.
Okay. And which factors you consider they helped you to adapt to the new country?
It's very important to speak the language. It's very important. If you don't speak the language, you're very dependent on other people. Also, it's very important to know how to get around in the town. If you don't have a car, you need to know public transportation, and hopefully you have a car later, because public transportation is not very reliable. And at certain time during the day, there is no public transportation. Also, something that helps you adapt is to be very open-minded, because there are so many differences that can be very shocking, and you need to make an effort to adapt to new situations, to new people. Be very flexible.
Okay, and which factors did it help you?
Didn't
help.
Something very important that I guess most Peruvians have is that we are very attached to our country. We are not used to living alone, no? So that doesn't help, because we're very dependent on each other at home. No? We are not like, when you turn 18, you live by yourself. No? But when you get there, it's just you. You cannot lean on anyone for sympathy.
What cultural differences you found there?
Well, there are so many. For example, let's see. Yeah, for example, that even though you can make very good friends with Americans, you cannot just drop by at their home anytime without notifying them first. You have to call them, make arrangements, so you meet with your friends somewhere, or go to their place. Another difference is Americans don't usually express their feelings very open like we do here. So sometimes you can feel that people are a little reserved. That's the typical thing, but of course, if you make very good friends with somebody, you can have a very good relationship, no? Friendship. Other differences are, let's see, the food is so different. you go to the supermarket and you find almost everything is halfway done. It's not like here you go to the market and everything is raw, you have to prepare.
Yeah.
So things over there are easier.
If you had to go back again and get a job there, what would you change? Or would you do the same things again?
I don't think I would change anything. I liked my life there. I would probably look for a job teaching Spanish. Yeah, and live the same way. Like rent my apartment. You need to have a car to get around. Yeah, and probably a place very close to my work, so I don't have to drive long distances. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, you're very welcome.